Hi, it's Jamie with Jamie's Arts a la Cartes. Thank you very much for joining me. I have a fun project planned for us today. I hope this video inspires you to create something of your own. If you would, hit the like button and share the video with your friends. That helps me to grow this channel and to continue to bring you new projects. If you haven't subscribed yet, would you please consider subscribing? And if you have, thank you very much. Well, we have a lot to do, so let's get to it. All right, everything is dry and set, so now it's time to work on the outside. And I did research in my little books here, came up with a color scheme, color palette that I liked. So I went ahead and put it on this sheet. This is probably a little overkill, but I need visuals. So this will be our main background color. And then these are the different trims. And then if I need, like if I have another slot that I need to fill in, it'll be white. Okay, so I've got all my paints here. And so basically I'm just going to go through and label. So right, background, just a one. I'm using a pencil so that it should cover easy. All right, I think we're ready. I think I'll start with the side. I'm going to start with this side first. Make sure that my numbering convention worked well. I'm not sure if I can get this where you can see it. I might have to do this. I'm going to do the sides off camera, but then I'll show you what they look like. All right, progress. Here we go. Alright, everything's dry. We're ready to move to our next trim color. Our first trim color, but our next color, which will be brown, our number 2. So, I'm going to go ahead and get our brown on here. right, I think that is a good place to stop. I really need to just let it dry because I'm starting to make other mistakes. So we'll just let it dry, and then we'll come in and we'll figure out, I'll touch everything up, and then we'll go on with if we want to put any blues or whites, just white. I'll decide once everything dries. All right, drying time. Well, here's our house. So far, it's turning out super cute. But now it's time to start thinking about shingles. We have some. And then to make repairs to our windows so that we can get those put back on there too. All right, let me get us organized. We'll do the windows and then the shingles. And we'll see where we're at that point. But I want to start working on shingles. That way, if I've got all of this that came off and all the little pieces that were in all the little buckets. So I'm going to see about doing this and this side over here. So let me show you this side. And then what I want to do is, if I don't have enough, then I can make these match, right? The other pieces. But I'm going to start. I've got a pretty stiff bristle paintbrush, and I'm just going to start by giving it a good brushing off so that my glue has a nice lint-free surface to attach to. All right. Get our little dust cleaned up. So here we are. I'm going to gently put it back over here. I can still reach it. And then what I want to do is I'm going to sort through these pieces. We'll see exactly what we have. Like that looks like it came off of the peak, right? So we'll just see what's in here, what we can reuse. Do I need to order anything? Can I source them locally? Can I make them? I don't know. We're just going to have to pull out our pieces and see what we've got. So I got our shingles sorted out, and then as I was taking apart everything, I'm like, you know, I want to address this. So I had that bundle of sticks left over. So what I did is I cut one that would fit from here to here. I'm going to glue it on first and then start working on the shingles, because what this will do is I'm going to glue it in such a way where I can glue on the back side and create a perfect little peak up here. It's the goal anyways. All right, let's see if I can actually make that happen. Right, so I got a swath of glue there along the top. I'm going to go get some clamps to help hold this in place. Let me go get some clamps. Definitely need clamps. All right, clamps did not work, so I used some painter's tape to hold it in place. So hopefully that will do the trick. I mean, we are going to be covering it with shingles and then probably putting a cap over it some kind of way. Not sure what that's going to look like just yet. All right, we can put these over to the side. I think I'm going to start here. Right in here. See if I can get it where you can see it a little better. But that I can still reach it. Perfect. So I've got singles here. I've got some clusters. That looks like what went along the top. I'm going to save that. I've got stuff like this, right? It's a little bit too long. Something like that. And then we glue it right here on the line. Ooh, smart. I'm going to put a line there. I'm going to get some more wood glue out. I'm going to go ahead and put our shingles in place. I want to see if I can use a cluster of these. This will go to the other side. So I need smaller pieces so I can use up what we have. Woohoo! Got one side done. We're gonna let it dry well, and we're gonna move on to this. Oop, and try not to mess stuff up along the way. But we're gonna move to this side. Here we go. Try not to touch this. All right, here we go. Let's build this side. right, all of this is dry, so we can take this painter's tape off. That's what was holding it in place. And once we paint it, it'll shore up even more. Take off our clips. We're making good progress on our shingles. And that piece right there just sort of finishes off the edge of those shingles. So it did just what it needed to do. Fortunately, my husband had a lot of little scrap pieces in his stash. See, that'll get a little bit more. Trying to see which way it'll lay flat the best. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this one on. And I'm only going to glue down the center. Right, not on the edges where I want to add shingles underneath. So all right, we got the shingles on there, and my husband created this presser down kind of system. So it's to try to help get these to attach well to that high-pitched roof there. Right, and again, I'm using pieces from a long time ago, and so they're not all laying exactly flat, so that kind of makes it just a little bit more challenging. But he came up with this for us, so there we go. Shoo! We've got this side over here, and then just to do some little repairs, and then we'll be able to call the roof done, and then we'll say hallelujah. But all right, time to let this dry. Well, it took a hot minute, but got the roof put on there. Now it's time to stain it. I ended up pulling my back, so my husband has helped me get it all done. Pleased with how it turned out. So next step is to stain it, and then I am going to go ahead and urethane just to help with durability. All right, great next step. Here we go. All right, stain went on pretty easy. Looks pretty good. Slight variations, which is what I wanted, and those shingles. I'll let it set overnight. I'm doing this after work, so we'll let it set overnight, and then we'll urethane it tomorrow. Ooh, and we'll let that set overnight. How about that? It's looking good. Very pleased with it. Well, here is our dollhouse. We've got the roof all done. Look at that. Oh, wow. It turned out really, really nice. It's It's a team effort, but we got it. All right, even the back came out good. All right. One little drip in there I need to fix. Didn't think of that. But really pleased with how it came out. All right, this is where we're going to end this video. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, like it, share it with your friends. And well, until next time, happy crafting. Oh, right there, that's a peek to part of the next one. We got to put our windows back in. Got an idea on that. And then we're going to make like the ground. All right. Until next time, y'all. Happy crafting.